Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. This is the module on how the project reporting systems were developed in the HUDA-SA cloud-based application. What we found interesting is that there are various nutrition projects, or many nutrition projects. Ramadan food hampers, feeding scheme, iftar. There's many more, there's possibly 100. But we're only using in this module 4 examples of projects due to time constraints. But it's important for us to explain how the reporting system was created, so when you're capturing the information, the project information, you will know how to do it because you understand the reporting system. So when we found all these nutrition projects, we had a problem. How do you capture them? The first process is that we have to group them and cluster them. So what we did is we created a nutrition program called food hampers, and we put all the food hampers projects under it. Ramadan food hampers, and as I said earlier, there could be various food hamper projects or many food hamper projects that could fall under the nutrition program called food hampers. What happens to the feeding schemes? We created a feeding schemes nutrition program, and we clustered the feeding scheme projects, feeding scheme iftar under it. Now feeding scheme in this case could mean street feeding or general feeding, and iftar, we know iftar that we feed in the month of Ramadan in the masjids or Islamic centers. We coordinate iftar programs. So these will fall under feeding schemes. But what happens to these programs? We have to cluster them. So we clustered the program under a sector called nutrition. And what we did then is we said, okay, we have 2 programs, food hampers and feeding. But we could have even a third one called goodies, and we could have many other programs that we could create over a period of time. But for now, we are using these as an example. Food hampers, a program, and feeding scheme. Then what happened? We have a sector. Now a sector remains. There's one sector. There's a sector called nutrition. It remains as one nutrition sector. But under that sector of nutrition, you have a program called food hampers. Under those food hampers, you have a project called Ramadan food hampers and food hampers. So what we're doing is grouping. So when you look at projects, you start with a project, then you allocate it to a program, then you allocate it to a sector. Similarly, we have the sector called nutrition, and we have a program called feeding, and feeding scheme under it, and iftar. So let's say, for example, somebody says we're doing street feeding of 100 people. So first we do is we'll look at feeding scheme, then we'll allocate the feeding scheme to a program, and then to a sector. And we can even do it the other way. We can say, okay, a feeding scheme is under nutrition, so it's the sector is nutrition, the program is feeding, and there's a feeding scheme project. And this is how the Muslim Integrated Development Plan stats report on projects is created. But we will explain it further, the steps that we need to do on the Muslim Integrated Development Plan cloud-based application on how to capture the project stats. And this will be in the following video module that we will have developed. Jazakallahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa ta'ala wa barakatuh.